How's everybody doing? My name is Christopher Brown, and you're now listening to my podcast, Sports Talk with Chris, and this is episode 27. The NBA's back, baby. Scrimmages are over, and it's time for the regular season games. Now let's talk about these scrimmages real quick. I hope I hope people weren't judging players off how they played during these scrimmages. I'm talking about the star players. This wasn't for them. Yeah, they played a little bit, to get back in rhythm, to help get back in shape a little fast, to get back to NBA speed. But these weren't regular season games. These scrimmages were just to help get people ready for the regular season, that's all. And it was mainly for the role players. It wasn't for your stars. I knew LeBron wasn't going to play 40 minutes. I knew James Harden, Dame, CP3, Ben Simmons, all your all-stars. I knew they weren't going to play a whole bunch of minutes. That's what a scrimmage is for. That's what I said, previous episodes. When I talked about the bubble, I'm like, I'm not going to judge these star players on how they're going to play. And you shouldn't either, because at the end of the day, it's just a scrimmage. Now, who to judge and what to judge during these scrimmages were the role players. That's who these were for. That's what coaches were doing, to see, okay, what role players can I use? What second unit is going to be the best? What players are going to look good in the starting lineup? You feel me? And can I bring somebody off the bench in a crucial moment and put them in the starting line when they can perform? That's what the scrimmages were for. I've seen a lot of teams use different role players, and I've seen guys come in and have success. So let's talk about the Lakers to begin with. The first people I'm going to talk about are Dion Waiters and J.R. Smith. When the Lakers lost Rondo, when they lost Avery Bradley, people was like, oh my God, what are they going to do? Well, with those two players, I'm going to talk about Quinn Cook next, but with Dion Waiters and J.R. Smith, what they bring to the table is offense and a dog factor, especially Dion Waiters. Dion Waiters is someone that can do anything with the ball in his hands. He doesn't have to rely on somebody else giving him the ball for a catch and shoot or a back screen. No. He can create offense with the ball in his hands, whether it's scoring, whether it's playmaking. He's going to create some offense coming off the bench. He was going off in the scrimmage. Hitting clutch shots, hitting threes. He's going to do that in the regular season. He's going to do that in the playoffs. Dion Waiters was averaging 16 and 15 a year or two before he got hurt. He's a proven starter. So what you think he's going to do coming off the bench? Ain't nobody going to be able to touch him coming off the bench, man. I'm being for real. I think he might even get some moments at the end of the game. Why? Because LeBron needs somebody else that can create their own offense with the ball in their hand other than him. And that's what Dion Waiters brings to the table, bro. Like, that's an X factor right there. You got somebody that can go off at any point in time. Any point in time. He's hungry. He's ready to show everybody like, yo, y'all was sleeping on me for what? For what? Dion Waiters is about to ball out. And then you got J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith, yeah, he's a joke. He's a jokester. He's funny, but at the end of the day, he's a baller. He's a baller. Been a baller ever since he stepped into the league. What does he do right now for a team? Hit threes at a high level. Gives you his all on defense. Somebody that can create his own shot. That's not going to help the Lakers. Coming off the bench, you got two guys right there that can get buckets. Whenever, you got two guys coming off the bench that can play at the end of the game situations. J.R. Smith has experience. Championship experience. He played with LeBron. He knows what it takes to win a championship. He knows what it takes to have a great playoff run. We're not talking about some rookie. All that, y'all want to talk about J.R. Smith, he don't take stuff serious, you're tripping. When he gets on the court, he's trying to hoop. He had that one bonehead mistake, which I think was the worst mistake in almost NBA history. But, without a doubt, J.R. Smith is a baller, and I take him on my team. You got somebody that has a defined role and does that role in a high level, and then somebody that has experience. He got back on there, and you couldn't even tell he hasn't played in over a year. You couldn't. So I hope he can keep that same energy when the regular season starts. And when the playoffs starts, and then you talk about a guy like Quinn Cook. Man, Quinn Cook has been a baller. High school, college, killed the D-League, came into the NBA, went off when he was with the Warriors. Coming to Lakers, wasn't getting a lot of playing time. With Rondo down, Quinn Cook is about to come up at that backup guard position, and he's going to be clutch. Quinn Cook is somebody that can hit threes on a high level if he has to play with LeBron and he has to sit in the corner or he has to sit at the wing. And he gets the ball. He can hit that three. He can also make plays. He's a point guard. He can also score. Quinn Cook is a perfect backup guard for this Lakers team. Perfect. He's not no slouch on defense. Like, them three right there coming off the bench, man. I don't know what teams are going to do with that. I don't. Then you got Dwight Howard. And then you got Kuz. Like, that backup five, that's a great backup five right there. A great one. And everybody knows in the playoffs, your bench wins you at least 1 or 2 games throughout a series. Oh, that bench is going to win some games. That bench is going to perform. The Lakers now, in my opinion, have one of the best benches going into this regular season and going into this playoffs. I didn't even talk about Caruso yet. When he plays, he's going to be impactful. Like, the Lakers, yeah, they lost Avery Bradley and Rondo, but they're not going to miss a step. They're not going to miss a step. They still got LeBron, AD, Danny Green, got Caldwell Pope. They're not going to miss a step. JaVale McGee going to do his role. They're not going to miss a step. But what was important for the Lakers in this scrimmage is to show, and for these role players to show, hey, I can ball. Hey, I'm here. And they did that. All the role players for the Lakers showing that they're ready to go. And that's what the scrimmage was for. Sticking in the West, I saw something from another team, the Rockets. What I realized with the Rockets is, if they go against a team in the playoffs that has a dominant big man, they're not going to win at all. I'm sorry. Yeah, they got 2 electric guards, a dominant duo. Yeah, they got defenders in their starting lineup. Yeah, that's cool or whatever. Nobody's over 6'8". They go against a dominant big man. They are not going to win in a playoff series. Yeah, they can win a game. That's cool. That's one game. But you have to win 4 games in order to move into the next round in the NBA playoffs. And without a big man, they're not going to be able to do that. Without, like, I don't think people understand. They go against an Anthony Davis, they're done. They go against the Mavericks, they're done. What's another team with a good big man in the West? They go against the, whatchamacallit? I can't think of it. The Thunder, they're done. They go against the Blazers making the playoffs, they're done. Like, they go against the Grizzlies somehow, some way, they're done. Like, they're not going to be able to win against a team that has a dominant big man. Even if they match up against the Clippers. The Clippers got all the wings and guards in the world to defend those 2 players. They're done. I don't think the Rockets are going to have success in the playoffs. That's what I noticed during the scrimmage. Like, I seen them go against Valanciunas, and I'm like, oh my God, y'all letting Valanciunas kill y'all. Watch what's going to happen when you go against a big man that really scores on a high level. It's over. Then Eric Gordon is hurt for 2 weeks, so they might slide down, you know, with these 8 regular season games, because now they really only got 2 people that can score with their ball in the hand, with the ball in their hand. You got Jeff Green, but I don't think Jeff Green gets enough time. And it's not like the Rockets don't have a big man. They have Tyson Chandler off the bench. Tyson Chandler can give you at least 14 minutes. That's all you need. But they don't want to play him, so that's on them. They want to stick with this small ball lineup, that's on them. That's on them. Now, when you look at a team like the Philadelphia 76ers, what I saw from them in a scrimmage is that Ben Simmons needs the ball in his hands more, especially on a fast break. Ben Simmons is at his best with the ball in his hands. He's the best playmaker on that team. On a fast break, he's the best player to lead the fast break on that team. He also needs to not lose his confidence and shoot. I know he had that 1 3. He's probably not going to shoot again, but damn it, keep shooting. You got a mid-range, open mid-range, shoot it. Nobody's going to be mad if you miss. I would rather him shoot 10 mid-ranges and make 1 than him drive to the paint for no reason and make 4 out of 10. Honestly. Just keep shooting, Ben. Nobody's going to be mad if you miss. But he looked good. He's going to be ready to lead this team, even at the power forward position. Because at the end of the day, he's the best playmaker in that starting lineup. I get that we got Shake in there, but dang, sometimes you need Ben to have the ball in his hands. Don't get me wrong, Shake is good. I like Shake in the starting lineup. I like somebody else being able to score their ball in the hand. That's cool or whatever. But Ben got the most experience. Ben is the best playmaker. So I'm just saying he needs to have the ball in his hands more. Don't get me wrong, Shake is going to do his thing. But when it comes to Shake, I feel like he should have played more in these scrimmages, though. Especially at the end of the game situations. I don't care if he's the starter. He hasn't played a whole bunch of seasons like everybody else. You expect him to play these big-time minutes. He needs to get some experience under his belt. He should have been playing a lot in these scrimmages, especially in the second half, especially with these second units, you know what I'm saying, so he can get used to taking some big shots. It's a scrimmage, yes, I get that. Scrimmage is about getting ready for the regular season. He should have played more, in my opinion. I think he's going to be ready, yes. I just want to see him out there a little bit more. But with the Sixers, though, our backups look good. Al Horford look good. Thibault look good. Burks look good. Glenn Robinson look good. Neto needs to get off the team. They need to just kick him out of Orlando. Please, I do not want this dude on our team at all. Like, he's trash. We have now that Shake's in the lineup, we got no backup guard. Neto sucks. He's not like TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell was a backup playmaker. He was a backup playmaker. That's what he did. He got everybody involved. I don't know what Neto's doing when he gets on the court. Like when I saw our bench, we just had a whole bunch of scorers out there. Nobody to put the scorers in the best position. That's fine and dandy and all. I like scorers coming off the bench, but Al Horford can't be, a point center out there. He can't bring the ball up. You feel me? He's one of the best passers on the team, but it's going to be hard for him to play point center. I think he can do it. I don't know what they're going to do, but that was just things I saw. We don't have a backup guard, a backup playmaker. But like I said, our bench played well. Thibault, a defender, he played really well. He might get some minutes now at end of the game situations because he's probably our second best defender, fighting for a second, maybe third, between him and Josh Richardson, who's second. But first is Ben Simmons. But you got Thibault in there that can defend. You got Burks that can score on a high level. You got Glenn Robinson that can score on a high level. Al Horford proved that coming off the bench. For me, I think that's something that has to happen. And he can do well off the bench. He can do really well off the bench. Then that other backup big, he played all right. If for some reason we need to go 3 big men deep off the bench, I feel like he can play 5 minutes. But yeah, the Sixers, I saw all good things from them. I just want Ben Simmons to be more confident. I need Embiid to be healthy. Like, that's, everything stops. If Embiid isn't healthy, I'm be honest, we're not probably going to win. So I need Embiid to be healthy. Other than that, though, the Sixers had a wonderful scrimmage. Now, the Nuggets. I don't know why people are so surprised about Bol Bol. He was doing this in high school. He was doing this in college. Why were people sleeping on him? I have no idea. I knew what type of talent he was. I mean, if you watch basketball, you know who's talented and who's not. Come on now, you talking about a 7'2" guy that can shoot, that can also defend, that can also score? Check mark, check mark, check mark, check mark. Like, what's wrong with that? I'm not saying he's going to come in and be a 35 minutes a night type of guy, but I knew he could come in on the team and be a backup, and in the 14, 15 minutes he could play, he was going to produce, whether it was offense or defense. He showed that in the bubble. I mean, he was hitting threes. People were like, oh my God, who is this? I'm like, dang, y'all didn't know they had Bol Bol? Like, y'all didn't know what type of player Bol Bol was? Y'all not doing your research, man? Once I seen he was playing, I said, it's over. For real, though, it's over. Like, he got his shot. He ready to take off. And if Michael Porter Jr. is healthy, I'm sorry, but like that's a tough squad. It's a tough squad. I don't know, what they're gonna do in the playoffs just yet. I gotta sit down, look at their schedule, look at their roster. But when you talk about for the future, Jokic, Murray, Bol, and MPJ, that's nasty. All Bol did was show people that he's here to stay. That's it. I'm proud of Bol. I'm proud of him. It's about time he got his shot. I was waiting all the season for him to get some minutes, to get his shot. He got it now. He's here to stay in the league. MPJ just needs to stay healthy and stop talking in the social media. I just seen him say something about the coronavirus. This is a dumb thing for him to say. Come on now. He was saying anything. Well, I'm not going to get into that. But he played good. 19 points in 20 minutes. Bol played good all the scrimmages he played in. The Nuggets got a nice little squad. Now, the last team I'm probably going to talk about is the Blazers. The Blazers getting Yusuf Nurkic back. Oh my God, that's nasty. That's nasty. You getting another dominant big man back? Woo. That's nasty, man. So they might go Dame, CJ, Melo, Nurkic, and Hassan Whiteside. That's a nasty starting five. Or they can bring Nurkic off the bench. I don't know what they're going to do just yet. But either way, having him back healthy is a big upside. Because when he's healthy, he's dominant. He's not a top 5 big man, but he's very impactful. Can get a double-double with like 2 blocks. Can play defense. Can do a lot on offense. If he was healthy, they probably wouldn't have got Hassan Whiteside. But now they got both of them healthy. Whew. It's going to be fun. That race to that 8th seed. It's going to be a good race. It's going to be a good race. And the Blazers getting Nurkic back only makes them even better. And now more of a favorite to actually get the 8th seed. But yeah, that's it. Those are some things I saw from some teams. When it comes to the Clippers, I'll speak on them real quick. Them getting Joakim Noah, I think that's good. I don't know if people think he's going to be Joakim Noah from 7 years ago. But, I mean, he's going to be decent. Can he stop Anthony Davis? In my opinion, no. But can he stop some other bigs in the West? I think he can hold his own. But, they had the same squad. A lot of these teams really had the same squad. I only spoke on teams that switched it up a lot. And real playoff teams. And those are some things I saw from some of them teams. All right, enough with the bubble games. Enough with the scrimmages. Let's talk about these regular season games we're going to see tonight. You got the Jazz. You got the Pelicans at 6:30. You got the Lakers. You got the Clippers at 9. I think that Jazz game is going to be the best game. Let me tell you why. The Clippers are not playing Lou Will, who's suspended for 2 games. Well, he's suspended for 10 days, but he's going to miss 2 regular season games. Pat Bev and Montrez not playing. Now, I can't judge this game now because the Clippers don't got their manpower. I mean, you talking about over 40 points that's not playing tonight. You talking about 2 guys that both could have won the 6th Man of the Year that's not playing tonight. It's going to be hard to judge this. The Lakers, in my opinion, are going to win even if those dudes were playing. But now they're going to win even more. It's going to be even more of an easier win. It's going to be nice to see Kawhi go at it with LeBron, Paul George. It's going to be nice to see all those guys, Anthony Davis. It's going to be nice to see the stars. But at the end of the day, the Clippers cannot win without those 3 players. So look for the Lakers to dominate. Look for the bench to play a lot of minutes. I'm excited to see Dion, Quinn Cook, and J.R. Smith in a regular season game. I'm excited to see what that bench squad can do. I ain't going to call them young because they ain't really young. But I'm excited to see what that bench squad can do. Of course, everybody's going to be hyped to see the stars. I wonder what the Clippers rotations are going to look like without them guys. You got Landry Shamet. You got Zubac, who's probably going to come off the bench. I think they're going to start Joakim. I would start Joakim and bring Zubac off the bench. It's going to be tricky to see what they're going to do. I don't know. They're not going to win, though. They're not going to win. It's going to be Lakers all day. So this Jazz game, though. This Jazz and Pelicans game is going to be the most exciting game tonight. in my opinion. You got the Jazz, top 5 seed in the West, trying to make sure that they're in the top 4 when it's all said and done, when the regular season's all said and done, so they can have some home court advantage. A nice team, a good coach, really good coach, and a nice squad that knows how to play together. That's a good team over there. Going against the Pelicans, a young team. Good coach, but a young team outside of the playoffs, trying to fight into the playoffs. The Pelicans need this win. They need this win to prove that they can beat playoff caliber teams. And they need this win because they need every win in order to have a chance to make it into the playoffs. It's going to be hard for them. They really got to win. In my opinion, they might have to win every single game just to have a chance. And this is going to be a tough game. So it's going to be nice to see how they're going to go against a playoff team. Zion, I know Zion didn't play any of the scrimmage games, but he should be playing tonight with no restrictions. They need him to play tonight with no restrictions because without him, I don't think they can beat this team. Yeah, I know they got Brandon Ingram. Yeah, I know they got Lonzo and Drew Holiday, which in my opinion are the best 2 defensive backcourt in the league. In my opinion, I think they got the best defensive backcourt in the league. They got J.J. Redick, who's a shooter. But you need Zion. Zion is that guy that just can go off. Electric. Him and Brandon Ingram want to be the leading scorers. But at the end of the day, they need Zion to win. They need him to win. So if he's playing tonight, healthy, he looked great. He looked like he was in shape. If you got this young Pelican squad healthy, they all playing, I think they're going to win. I think they're going to win. I think it's going to be a really good game, though. No blowouts. Really good game. But I have the Pelicans. So for the 2 regular season games today, 6:30, 9 p.m., I got the Pelicans winning. I got the Lakers winning. Both going to be good games. I feel like the Jazz and the Pelicans is going to be a better game because all the players are playing. It's going to be hard to judge that Lakers and Clippers game, like I said. Yeah, I know we get to see LeBron and Kawhi. You got Paul George. You got AD. Yeah, we're going to get to see the stars. But they're not playing with their dog. They're a dog in Pat Bev. They're not playing with 2 of their top 5 players in Lou Will and Montrez. So it's going to be hard to judge this game. It's going to be a good game nonetheless, though. It's going to be a good game. But I got the Lakers winning. Thank you all for listening. I hope you are excited like I am that the NBA is returning tonight. If you think I'm wrong with my predictions, who's going to win tonight, let me know. If you got the same predictions, let me know. Let's talk about it. NBA season's return, man. Let's get hype. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at sportsw_Chris. sportsw_Chris. Thank you all for listening and stay tuned for future episodes.